morning, everybody, and welcome to the WPGN. Also, I can't see chat, so please don't do anything too crazy. Don't do... Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. Alright, I think we're good. Who just rolled in here? It's Tibby Cat. Welcome in. Birch, is there lore of the skunk? Maybe. I'm hoping for the Beatles' White Album. The problem with the Beatles' White Album is Revolution 9. I don't know how to do that on kazoo. I love it. It's a I love that song.
WPGN Studios concession stand. May I take your order?
But welcome in, Tibby. Is there lore of the skunk? I mean, the skunk is just me. Like, you know, there's not a lot of there's not a lot to report. Hey, congratulations, Mike. You are getting it accomplished. Also, Tibby, enjoy your super hot wings. The lore is that Birch is the skunk. Mambo number 9. The number 9. Geez, see, I'm still thinking about the number 9. Well, no, I mean, well, well, no. Well, no, we're gonna have to, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I don't know, I know, oh, Draw My Life. I was thinking of Drawn to Life, like the video game. That's what I thought you were referring to. Okay, well, hopefully this is set up good. We've already wasted 10 minutes. I guess it's not wasting 10 minutes. But we've already spent 10 minutes stalling. I hope that you do not mind me stalling. I need to get rid of this lighter because it's too noisy as a fidget. I need to switch to my more silent hand occupier. But with that, let's head over here. Hopefully it captures the right thing. Yeah. Now hopefully the video turns on. Yeah. Wonderful. Oh. Oh yeah, the leg. So we can talk about that. But first, let me you know, you're going to get some deep lore that only about 5 people know in this world. So stick around to the end of this. And I will tell you, because this is something that I want to be more open about. Let's make that 10 people now. Wait, what? The number 8 or the number 9? The number 9. The number 9. Yeah, no, we're gonna because Lumbee knows. And I don't think anybody else here currently knows. Ari knows. Wait a minute, Ari's probably lurking somewhere. We'll take the number 9 with a side of tea. Unfortunately, we're all out of tea. No, we are not out of tea. We always have tea here at the WPGN Studios. Peppermint, chamomile, rooibos, Earl Grey, and probably just some green tea, I suppose. Yeah, I figured you were here. I figured you were here, Ari. Sorry. If you need to go take a nap, that's okay. Yeah. I've been, you know, I was going to, in like a month, or actually no, I guess in less than a month, but I'll talk about that in a second. So today we're going to be playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, and that's not all though, because we are also going to be doing a kazoo karaoke, as I said, to celebrate 300 followers, and that is your news, sports, and weather reports. So now we can come, excuse you, there do not need to be 2 instances of otter, Hi everybody. Sorry about that. There very much only ever needs to be one of me. Let me make that extremely clear. Okay, let me... So the leg thing. Let's talk about the leg thing. I'm going to put this back on while we talk about it. 2 instances of Birch, the universe is repeating. Oh no! I need to find the ref sheet. Tibby, enjoy your lurk. Don't let them touch. Yeah, no. We got rid of the second Birch real quickly. Birch be gone. You know, I have a spray for that kind of thing. Okay, here we go. And this is why I did it this way, so you guys didn't get like flashbanged by a 12K image. Okay, well, it's not angled right, and I'm sorry, but there we go. For those who do not know, Birch be gone, waves hands over the duplicate Birch, wiping them from reality. It's okay, they won't remember. You build enough speed, you can safely enter the parallel world and collect the star with a half button press. Oh, jeepers. Jeepers, Velma. All right, I'm stalling, and it's because I'm admittedly nervous. Who was it? Okay, yeah, okay, good. I got this, thank you. Again, 2 people here know, about 7 people in the world know. So my Sona here has an amputated leg, and that would be because I, as a person, suffer from something called BID, body integrity dysphoria.
I did not. Mr. Electric sent him to the principal's office and had him expelled.
Not the best time, Spade. Totally fine. Welcome in. Good to see you. It's okay. It's okay. me just explaining to people my deepest, darkest secret. Nice timing. But no, so yeah, I suffer from something called body integrity dysphoria, also known as like body integrity identity disorder. So BID or BIID. It's hard to look up because if you just look up BID, you're going to get auction sites, and it's going to talk about bidding. But whatever. The point is that my right leg, to my mental map of myself, does not belong to me. It doesn't feel like it's a part of me, and it never has. This is something that I've been deeply aware of since I was about 6 or 7 years old, and never really told anybody, because if you tell someone, hey, I want my leg removed, well, they aren't going to think the nicest things. Yeah. So yeah, BIID is a search that will give you the actual information. But it clinically it does go by BID, body integrity dysphoria. So the body integrity identity disorder is less common these days. It kind of is getting phased out as this other term is getting kind of moved in. But what that means is that the mental map of my body ends mid thigh on my right thigh. And the rest of my leg feels foreign to me. It is uncomfortable. It causes stress and anxiety. And it's something that is really hard to truly explain. Pretty much if I had the option to voluntarily get my leg amputated, I would not hesitate. It causes a lot of dysphoria, because it's not a actual part of me. It's not like, for what my brain feels, it doesn't feel like it should be a part of me. And I do have coping mechanisms. I do have tricks that help. And one of the best things is having things that represent me as I see myself, as I feel myself. Which is why for my persona, my online personality, this is how I prefer to be represented. Well, that's a whole mess, Ari. And pretty much this is something that is finally getting actual recognition. For many years it hasn't been. It's just been like, well, you need to go to therapy because you need to get this worked out of your head. And now it is being looked at as, okay, so there are people who have gotten their mismatched limb amputated and they instantly no longer feel dysphoria. There's studies currently happening in Germany that are like bringing a lot of really good data. Unfortunately, it is not recognized by like the one big document with all the diseases and disorders and everything, because there just isn't enough research on it. Yes, it is like the inverse of a phantom limb. Exactly. Yeah, the DSM. Ahoy, Toon Pirate! We're talking about BID, body integrity dysphoria, which is something I have and is why I am represented as a skunk with one leg. The long and the short of it is my right leg mentally does not belong to me. My mental map of my body does not exceed. And I could and would go into more details about the things that I feel, the dysphoria I feel, the uncomfort, but some of it is rather graphic, and I would rather not make anybody uncomfortable. If you are interested in knowing more about my experience or about this in general, do not hesitate to DM me. My DMs are open about this. I want to bring awareness about this. and I was planning on bringing awareness about it with like Mental Health Awareness Month. Oh, that's loud. But I am really glad to have just kind of come out and say it now. Really, if you could tell me who that is, because here's the other thing, is that there is unfortunately a large group of people that flood the internet that are like, hey, this is what I have, but really, oh yeah, Liz Star. Okay, I do know Liz Star. I'm actually friends with her. We met through co-host, excellent speed runner, wonderful person. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, no, we're like actually friends. But been on GDQ a number of times, has helped with GDQ a number of times, and is actually the person, because Liz Star came out about BID towards the end of co-host. On co-host. Co-host was the first place that was brought up, and just like, hey, this is kind of what I felt, and I don't know if it exactly fits, blah blah blah. And that gave me the courage to come out about mine as well, to Moxie and to other close friends. For example, End, aka Bearglyph, with Crosslink, has a number of amputee characters. And so I have helped as like a consultant on, because I know a lot about this, because I've done an insane amount of research about, like, you know, the equipment that they would use, the kind of how walking would work in different terrains. So I have consulted on a few things with Crosslink. So End was the second person I ever told. And then from there, I've told, Lumbee, Ari, and Tally. And I think that's pretty much it. And now all of you, welcome. But the one thing I was going to add about this before we actually jump in, yeah, you're a part of the in crowd, absolutely. The one thing I will add is that there are a number of people that, like, especially, so this is a big problem on Reddit. Never go on Reddit, but there's a big problem of people on there being like, hey, this is what I have. And then it's pretty much more of, this is just a fetish that they have. This is just a sexual thing. And I'm not saying that it can't be both, but it does poorly represent the, like it poorly represents the broader aspect of it, because when you bring this up to people, and I've seen this in other areas when doing research about it, where it's like, hey, I have this, holy moly. Yo, dudes! Welcome in, and we were just talking about you and Crosslink. Because I'm explaining, and if you can believe it, it's been 13 months. Yeah, because I'm explaining to everybody about BID and And I was explaining about how you were one of the few people who knew and why you knew. Good morning, Moxie. Moxie already knows all about this. We are opening up. Yes. Yes. But yeah, like I've seen other people in other corners of the internet be like, hey, I think I have this, but I don't know. And the, you know, mental health community kind of treating it as like, no, that's just like a fetish thing. So unfortunately, it does have a bad stigma, which is why I, for so long, have had it, I have had it kind of hidden for so long. But the only way for it to break that stigma is to, is to be open and honest about it. So this has been something I've been planning on doing for, again, and I will do a more formal thing, like probably a slideshow even, for mental health awareness month, which I think is coming up. Because it is something where it's like the only way that this can be kind of addressed is if people come forward about it. Forever, you know, up until like back in 2000, there was 400 cases of this total. Is in September. I wonder if it changes based on country. I also could just be totally wrong. Oh, it is this month? Oh man, I'm bad. Well, perfect. Then before the month ends, I can get this out of the way. Oops. Thank you, Spade. Better late than never. Oh yeah, no, it's still the month. Like, yeah, no, thank you. I wonder if it's the same for Canada. But anyways, pretty much, in early 2000s, there was 400 cases total. And now that more people are coming forward about it, now that the internet has connected the world in ways that can never be undone, more light is being shined on this. To the point, sorry, my brain just completely did like a backfire, hiccup. National Heart Awareness. Are you aware of or National Heat Awareness? Interesting. It's, very hot in Tokyo. Yeah, Skull, you're in winter time now. Yeah, Ari Boops is very much aware of the heat. Yeah, it's getting hot here as well. Yeah. So we don't have an AC. Yeah, I know Amki also is extremely aware of the heat. Also me. Yes, Moxie. Yes. Did I do something wrong? We need more doors. You also do not have AC and it stinks. Yeah. I want to wait to see what Moxie has to add. Oh. Thank you. This isn't something that was like completely out of the blue. I've been ready for this. And I just got my months mixed up. So again, yeah, thank you so much, Crafty J, for asking. So the lore for Birch Twigs the skunk having an amputated leg is they were born like that. Or I guess a residual limb. I guess it wasn't amputated. A residual limb was because that is how they were born. Fun fact, actually, my hot take, my theory on a show or media is Finn the human has BID. Because every instance of Finn the human ends up missing an arm. And there is a point in the show where like everything is reset in like the world to as it should be, and for Finn that does not bring his arm back, as in he was never meant to have that arm, as in I'm pretty sure Finn the human has BID. There's so many points where the timelines reset. All of them, no arm. Exactly. So yeah, no, like there's a point where like Lumpy Space Princess like neutralizes everything and puts people like as their like most neutral self. And for Finn, that is he does not get his arm back. As in that was meant to be. Mechanical limbs are cool. Yeah, and that's I guess another thing is I could go either way on prosthetic. To me, it is more important that I would get this leg removed. Whether or not I get a prosthetic after, I do not care. Not in the slightest. The antiseptic. How about Full Metal Alchemist? I do love Full Metal Alchemist. That's different though, because they lose their body as part of like a sacrifice. Oh no, I know that there's a lot of good options. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that's not my priority, because there are folks that there are folks that are like, hey, I want this removed so I can get a prosthetic limb. You know, they don't want their flesh, they want mechanical. No, you don't want to ask that, Moxie. You do not want to ask that. Yeah, no. God, I love that show. But so I wanted to be clear that it's not that I'm focused on the prosthetic. It's not that I want to replace this. It is that, yeah, no, you guys get it, I think. On a practical perspective, it would make it easier to navigate. Oh, no, for sure. Like, it would mean I could still do things like hiking and, you know, other things that I enjoy doing. I was just the other day watching this thing about a hockey player with a below knee amputation, who has a custom prosthetic with a skate on it, and watching them skate still like was incredible. It was really, really, really cool. Telescopic. All right. Because it's nearsighted, and oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, no, I know folks that or I've seen folks, I do not personally know folks, that have BID about eyesight or other things like that. And if not kept in check, and if not brought to the surface and talked about and addressed, people do, and this is like on a very serious note, people do take extreme methods in order to obtain their desired physical self. And again, I'm not going to go into it here. If you are interested, my DMs are open. I would be more than happy to talk about it. But being open about it has been one of the, even to the 6 people that I have told, just being open to them has been really effective for me. It has made me feel like I belong and I'm okay. And so I'm glad that I have been able to expand that to however many people are here. I guess if nothing else, and especially as a way of, as a way of like the reason why I'm bringing this up is if you are someone who feels something, but you're afraid to say it because you're worried about how it's going to have you be judged, or how you're going to be perceived, I promise you that there are people out there that that will listen and that will understand, and I am one of those people. There's a lot of myself that I've been coming to terms with and addressing and bringing out forward to kind of I'm slipping up on my words here. There's a lot of myself that I've been like, hey, I shouldn't ignore this. I should be open and honest to myself about it. And that is the most healthy thing anybody could do. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. If anyone wants to talk about this, other mental health, or anything, my DMs are always open to everybody here. And yes, Ari, I would consider a BIID tag, and I was going to also make a BIID command that would give a kind of short description in chat. What does Tally always say about, oh, yeah, don't let anyone dim your shine, especially yourself. I'm not dimming my shine. I'm feeling great. Like, there is not a ounce of nervousness about me coming forward about this. Again, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I'm glad. I'm really glad that I was able to come forward and to hopefully encourage someone out there to treat themselves as they should be, you know, as the living being that you are. Yeah. Treat yourself with respect. Gosh darn it. Well, it's been an hour. Can you believe it? We've been live for an hour. Ads are in 5 minutes, and I have not even started. Has it? Yeah, it's been 56 minutes. Ugh. Oh, there it is. Oh, dang. I am crying, Ari, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Never be afraid to cry, by the way. If there's one thing I want to get across to people, it's that crying is okay. No, do not apologize, Jay. Absolutely do not apologize for that. I am so glad you did. And if I didn't want to do this right now, I would have said, oh, that's something that I can talk about later, and talked about later. You did not derail anything. You did not do anything wrong. I have control over this stream, and I chose to do this. And I thank you for asking. Genuinely. Your eyes are just a little sweaty today. Yeah, we were talking about how warm it is, how hot it is. Oh. Also, yeah, you guys get to be treated with my music. So here's what I'm thinking. We're going to take these ads. 3 minutes. We'll be back. I'm going to, drink some water. Is this canon? Is it lore accurate? Is what part canon? Is what part lore accurate? I'm confused. But I'm gonna take a 3-minute break. We're going to do an hour of Roller Coaster Tycoon, take another break, and then when we come back from that second break, we are going to do kazoo karaoke. Theo, were you here for the earlier discussion? It's already been a roller coaster. It's a canon. Yeah, no, my just hopped in. Okay. I have 2 minutes to explain this. So I am explaining to people why my persona has a residual limb. And that is because I suffer from BID, body dysphoria, or body integrity dysphoria, or BIID, body integrity identity disorder. Which pretty much means that although like in real life, I do have both of my legs, my right leg is not part of my mental map of myself. I have dysphoria and extreme discomfort because this feels foreign to me. And it's a not common thing, and so that's why I'm bringing awareness to it. It's something that a handful of folks have known for years now, but now I'm being very open because I want people to be aware. I want people to be knowledgeable about it. And if anyone has any further questions, you have so many questions. Perfect. Great. We are going to take some ads first. Yeah. But fear not. I am an open book about a lot of things. About gender, about, mental health as someone who suffers from a number of mental health things. It is important to be open and honest about these things.